everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, we have a very special guest from straight out of Arkansas. His name is Curtis Murphy. Say hello to everyone.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight? My name is Curtis Murphy. I'm from Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Well, he has a song out now that is called Arkansas Memories, and I reviewed it and I liked it. So I want him to take over now to tell everyone a little bit about yourself. You can start with your background or however you want to go.
Okay. Like I said, I'm from Jonesboro, Arkansas. I've been pretty much writing songs and music since probably I was about 16 years old. So it's been about 15 over 15 years. But here lately is really just when I've been trying to, get stuff out there for everybody in the world to see is what I'm trying to do now.
Okay. So what made you want to start in music? I mean, because a lot of creators have like different outlets. So I know you started writing when you were 16, but what made you move into the music industry? I mean, just music, period.
Really, I've always, done it. I've always had it in my blood, apparently I was, from a little kid beating on the back of the car seat, I always had the rhythm and it just started coming out and writing and stuff and learning how to explain myself and express myself through writing.
Okay. So tell me about Arkansas Memories. Tell me what it means to you and why you wrote it.
Basically, Arkansas Memories is about my childhood growing up and all the way through my teenage years and even into adulthood, It's a big thing from Arkansas, the hunting and fishing and, it talks about my grandpa in the song and it's just all around good country song from, the state of Arkansas.
Okay. So you know how it is to live in Arkansas. I know how it is to live in Arkansas. And I have lived other places. And when I have gotten there, I have realized that I have taken some things for granted here that other people don't ever get a chance to experience. So what is one experience, especially being an artist? So what musical experience can you share with somebody that you can only experience in Arkansas?
Well, where I started, you just having an old acoustic, everybody hanging out as friends, just jamming out and sitting around the fire or, whatever you're doing, fishing. It's really just a family experience and, friends, it's something personal.
Okay. So that leads me to another question. It's kind of business wise. Before I get there, I'm going to ask you this. How many projects have you completed as a professional artist?
Actually, this country project is brand new. This is starting off the ground. I have a rock background. I had my own band, and my guitar player David Anderson from the band actually is my guitar player now for my solo stuff, including myself. So I mean, I've had a few different projects in the past, but mostly rockish style music.
So they were released also?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me this. With being from Arkansas, having a rock background, and being so close to Nashville, what has kept you in Arkansas?
Honestly, just all my family and roots are here. It's just, I know Nashville is a big opportunity. Who knows? But this project, it might venture out. Actually, my buddy Dalton Kennerly, he's done some recording up there and has mentioned it to me. So that might actually be a possibility in the future.
Okay. So tell me, as a solo artist, because it's different being with a band, as a solo artist, what fears do you have that you didn't know that you had because you had the security of a band?
Well, it's kind of the same sense in the songwriting. It always started kind of the same. Like I said, my guitar player, David Anderson, is still with me today. So a lot of stuff right now we write together. So in the aspect of writing and stuff, it's still the same. So I'm not totally by myself because I brought him along with me on this one. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of the same since it's in that same sense.
Okay. So tell me, what do you think is more important for artists that has decided to go from a hobby to professional? Do you think it is more important to have a finished quality product or to learn the foundations of the business first?
I mean, I guess it depends what you're going for. If you're just trying to get your name out and get started, the single release, then kind of learn as you go kind of thing would work. But I mean, it's always good to know what you're getting into and do your research also. Me personally, I kind of did it at the same time, research and trying to get stuff out there at the same time just because I'm trying to get some traction right now.
Okay. So now I'm gonna move into this other question when you were saying that you would hang out with your friends and perform and all of that. I asked several artists this question, and I'm gonna ask you. So do you feel that since you have become an artist, that your actual friends have increased or decreased? And do you think that you get more support from friends or from strangers who are actually organic fans?
That's a really good question, actually. The friends is the same friends I've had the whole time that supported me from all the projects I've done, so they're still there. And then it actually has grown, through the years. And with this new project and the new song, mostly right now, the friends and the family and all my surrounding people is what's pushing it and backing it and sharing it. If it weren't for them, I honestly could say it probably wouldn't even be near where it's at. And it's just been out for a week.
Oh, look at.
Yeah, the video's been out for a week. The single actually releases on all major streaming platforms on March 18th.
Okay.
For download.
Okay. So, tell me, since you are a writer, I ask writers this, I get different answers from everybody. Tell me, what is your process for writing a song?
It's always been the same, no matter what style I'm writing. I sit down, I'll play with my acoustic, get a good little riff going, or I might just like, hey, these lyrics might sound good with this. And it's pretty much trial and error. If I get into a verse and don't like it, I'll just scrap it. Or if I get to a point where I don't feel nothing else coming motivationally, I'll stop working on it entirely, maybe come back the next day, or that might be an ideal that never goes anywhere. Or I could be trying to write something totally different than that ideal will work in the next track. So
Okay.
It's pretty much just the same process. It's me and an acoustic sitting down the basics.
Okay, so is your process the same for writing for yourself as you write for other people?
Actually, well, with the band stuff in the past, it has been that they would send stuff back and forth online too, through Dropbox. We have wrote a few songs like that, but like I said, mostly with this country project, it's just writing with the old acoustic and sharing ideals.
Okay. I'm going to ask another question, and I'm not going to say specific names, but I'll give you clues because I don't want to be shadow banned. So, on the platform where people post a lot of videos, do you think that it is almost set up where you have to pay for promotion to even get seen? Or do you think that social media still has its foundation in organic growth?
I mean, it's if you got a good fan base already and they can support you for a little while, but really to get it out there, you got to promote. You got to get promotions. You got to do the groundwork, or you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, it's the problems everybody faces. I'm facing it now. I'm just trying to get it out there and push it. But that's actually something I'm learning myself right now.
Okay. So, as an artist, and just to say, somebody want to do the same thing as you, and sometimes I have seen that if you're doing the same thing that somebody else is doing, sometimes people don't want to help you along, even if they know you. So, what type of information or struggles or hurdles that you have had that you know another artist have had, and you know they need the help, but they don't ask you for it? As an artist, how will you get that information to that artist because you're genuinely trying to help?
I mean, I would just tell them, to keep grinding at it. Like, try everything. Don't never stop. Keep at it. It will happen. You just got to believe in it. You got to push it, and just follow your heart and rock what you feel. Then people will relate to that.
Okay. So, how has your journey been with trying to get radio play?
It's actually it's getting there. Like I said, this project's fairly new. I'm still on that level myself with the song. I have submitted it to a few different stations. So I'm really just waiting to hear back right now.
Okay. Tell me about that. I mean, because you said that you submit different things. How do you feel about not getting an answer?
I mean, it is what it is. So, just keep trying. That's where it goes back to never give up. If I would have gave up, I wouldn't have got this far. You learn over the years and trial and error, what works and what don't. I mean, don't get discouraged about, what ain't happening. Just keep trying to make something positive come out of the outcome.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about social media?
It's a great tool. I mean, it really is. I mean, right, the day as an artist, it's almost, you got to have it,
Okay, so what advice? Okay, because I had another artist, I think he decided that he wanted to be an engineer for all of his life. And he started putting his music out, and he said social media is not for him. So if you were his manager, what would you say to him? Because you just told me that it was important. What would you convince him that social media that is actually needed?
Well, all you got to do is just walk around and look at how many people are staring at their phones, and that will answer you there. Show them what it's done for yourself. And if it's doing good for you, then maybe that would convince them to try it out for themselves. But you're right. Once you're in your ways, it's hard to change somebody.
Okay. Well, I want you to give everybody your social media, the name of your project, if a new album is coming out, anything that you got coming up.
You can find me on YouTube at Curt Murphy. You can just look up the song Arkansas Memories. You can go and follow my Facebook page under Curt Murphy. The single will be released on March 18th. We're excited about that. We're working on actually some more tracks right now. So a brand new one, hopefully about to come out soon, and hopefully get an album pushed out pretty soon also.
Okay. Well, you can find all major platforms coming out on March the 18th. It's called Us, Facebook, all podcasting platforms, Spotify, Pandora, our music, those things. And we will see you again next week. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.